Well, we are just about 3 weeks away from the World Chess Championship that will be held in Singapore. Gukesh versus Ding Liren. It's a historic World Chess Championship for 3 reasons. One, for the first time in the history of the game, no American or no European presence in the World Chess Championship. Second, chess is coming back to Southeast Asia after a gap of 37 years. The last time it was held was in Manila, Baguio, all in those cities. Even Jakarta hosted one part of the World Chess Championship in the 80s. The third reason is that India has a chance to get a world champion after 12 years. But one of the greatest chess players and one of the greatest world champions that the world has ever known in chess has said, this current contest between Gukesh and Ding Liren is actually not World Chess Championship worthy material. Because while giving an interview to the St. Louis Chess Club YouTube channel, Garry Kasparov, one of the greatest chess players the world has ever seen, he stated, I don't treat this Gukesh versus Ding encounter in Singapore as a world championship match. For me, a world championship was always a match for the title of the best player in the world. Now, this is a slightly controversial take on it. Ding Liren and D. Gukesh, are they the greatest players in the world at this moment? Actually, no. The FIDE ratings plus performances in competitions doesn't suggest that. Both, if we may have to look at it, are actually accidental contenders. Let's look at it. Ding Liren was actually not supposed to be part of the candidates, but Magnus Carlsen's withdrawal ensured that Jan Nepomniachtchi became one of the contenders anyways, and also the finalist of the candidates was the runner-up Ding Liren, he managed to come through. Because Karyakin had also withdrawn. Karyakin's withdrawal meant that Ding Liren became part of the candidates. Somewhere, someway you needed luck going in your way, and that's why Ding became the world champion after an attritional match against Jan Nepomniachtchi. Gukesh, on the other hand, went through the FIDE circuit at the very last moment, but then he made it count by winning the candidates. So, Magnus Carlsen's absence here actually robs the World Chess Championship of its sheen. That's a fact. You can't ignore that. So, is Garry Kasparov right in saying this? He's partly right. But is it the fault of the players? No. So, in that holistic sense, Garry Kasparov, as always, has made controversial statements in the past. This is just a continuation of the lineage that Kasparov has advocated in. Now, he gives the rationale behind why he doesn't treat the Ding versus Gukesh match as a world championship worthy encounter, because there were 16 world champions. You could call them at every given moment the best players in the world. They won by beating the best players. He's true in that aspect. Look at the likes of Wilhelm Steinitz, Jose Raul Capablanca, Alexander Alekhine, Boris Spassky, Bobby Fischer, Anatoly Karpov, Anand, Vishwanathan Anand, Magnus Carlsen, Kasparov himself. Look at the way how each and every chess player in this particular world championship, there was a sheen, the World Chess Championship. Until Carlsen was there, the world championship had some relevance at this stage. But when he went away, unfortunately, Carlsen's insistence that it is too rigid actually is what Kasparov was endorsing at this point in time. Ding and Gukesh are currently just on the fringes of the top 5 and in the top 10. But again, as I say, the chess circuit is such. Is it their fault that they are world championship material? No. But then he just says like, who is the favorite for the title? Kasparov's take is it's Gukesh. Because the way Ding Liren has been playing lately, it's kind of a shadow of the old Ding. If he can recover miraculously, then it will be an interesting fight. Ding Liren, the hashtag was going not my world champion for quite some time. Because his performances after winning the World Chess Championship has been really woeful, and it is very shocking that Ding Liren is having such a slump. Such a solid player, one of the best players when you have to come for openings. He is having that slump. But Gukesh, on the other hand, total 180 degrees. candidate winner, Olympiad gold medalist. Now if he does this, he can break Kasparov's record and achieve the three-peat in 1 year. That is how huge this is. So Gukesh is the favorite, but then even Ding Liren also stated in the chess Olympiad that he is the favorite. It needs something miraculous, but don't count out Ding Liren having a miraculous comeback to form, because he has done it in the past. But Kasparov sums it up that this current World Chess Championship, it's an event that has nothing to do with the main idea of the World Championship match to decide to find the best player on the planet. Correct. The World Chess Champion, the greatest player at this point in time in the world of chess is Magnus Carlsen. There is no doubts about it. He is the greatest player and he is a freak of a player. But Gukesh and Ding are here because Carlsen himself, I repeat, he withdrew from the World Chess Championship cycle. Anand had a chance to cement his legacy even further, but Magnus demolished that. So Magnus Carlsen's withdrawal kind of has robbed the sheen of the World Chess Championship, because if it was Gukesh winning against Carlsen, then by default he is a deserved world champion, he is a deserved best player in the world. But Europeans, Russians and many Western detractors will continue to peddle this line heading into the World Chess Championship, because their presence is not there in the World Chess Championship for 2 centuries. 2 centuries of having a hegemony and themselves not being there. It has to hurt somewhere, right? It will be through these things. Do you think Kasparov's statement merits a kind of a justification, or do you think it's just another one of his controversial outbursts? Thank you so much folks for joining us for this video. Subscribe to Sports Today for all the latest news and analysis.